Welcome back. It's the art of flying aircraft. Well, David, I really enjoyed hearing about Jabberwocky and that challenge of translation when you've got a work of the imagination. But we've got another work of the imagination in terms of English classics.
We do. I should say it's a British classic because James Matthew Barrie was a Scottish playwright who created in 1904 a timeless play called Peter Pan or the Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. And from that play, which turned into a book, which turned into several films, we have three phrases that endure and are timeless in themselves.
And are actually now part of the language.
They are, and the first, of course, is Peter Pan syndrome, which applies to the kidults or the rejuveniles who live among us, those people who refuse to grow up or, for whatever reason, don't seem to age because they have this sort of eternal youth about them. And the second phrase that arises from the play is Never Never Land or the Never Never. Now, Never Never Land was the mythical realm that Peter Pan existed in, along with the pirates and the Lost Boys. And James M. Barrie actually took the phrase from Australian folklore, which the phrase the Never Never existed before Peter Pan production, but he just loved the sound of that and used it in his own play and popularised the term of, you know, the land beyond or a land of daydreams. And the last phrase, which I was really surprised to learn, was when the Mr. Darling, who was Wendy's father, was being boorish, the wife sent him out and banished him to the kennel. And for that reason, we have the phrase in the doghouse. So if you're in disgrace in the doghouse, actually is a reference to Peter Pan.
Fantastic. Work of the imagination, change to the language. Thank you, David. Let's have a look at our scores. And Simon's on 5. David is on 22. More letters. And David, get us going there, please.
Lily, can I have a consonant to start, please?
Thanks, David. L.
And a vowel, please.
U.
And a consonant, please.
N.
And a vowel.
A.
And a consonant, please.
T.
And a vowel, please.
I.
We're on for one. A consonant, please.
B.
So close. A vowel, please.
I.
And a consonant, please.
And last letter R.
Thanks, Lily. Nearly a mad mix. 30 seconds. Well, David, you were obviously hanging out for that C, which we didn't get, but how many did you end up with?
I think it's a risky 7.
A risky 7? Thank you. Simon?
Oh, hopefully it is risky. I'll go with the 5 then.
Okay, that's a good gamble. Well, let's start with your 5.
Blunt.
And your risky 7?
Bilunar.
Can you spell that for us?
Bilunar. I don't know, a planet with 2 moons or something like that.
To be perfectly blunt, David, I don't like your chances, but I'll have a look. The closest here is beef jerky called biltong, and no luck, no bilunar, so blunt gets the points. Inbuilt was a possible 7 that can drop the hyphen, but the 8 that I found is tribunal.
Nice one, David. Good work. But Simon scored in that round. Bad luck to David. 5 points for Simon. More letters now, and Simon, you got lucky with that one. Let's see if you can keep the luck rolling. What would you like?
Hopefully so, Richard. I'll have a consonant to start, Lily.
Thanks, Simon. P.
Another consonant, please.
D.
And another consonant.
G.
And a vowel, please.
O.
And another vowel, thank you.
A.
And a consonant.
S.
And another vowel, thank you.
E.
And a consonant.
H.
And a consonant to finish, thanks.
And a lucky last D.
And I'll start the clock.
I mean...
How many, Simon?
6, Richard.
And for you, David?
6 as well. Yeah.
Let's start there.
Shape.
And yours, Simon?
Shape.
Both the same. If you could verify that you've got the same word. No worries, David.
Perfectly symmetrical, twin-shaped, good play, good sixes, also in there, gashed, gasped. But the 8 that I found, and it was quite amazing to find it, I thought dog head might have been a word, and then realised, well, if I reverse dog, God head, being a deity, and deities, God heads, makes 8.
Fantastic work, David. Good stuff. Very solid for Simon and David, though. 6 points each. Number juggling again now. David, what would you like?
I think I'm going to try something I haven't seen yet on this show. I like to call it the inverted T. If we start with one large and go down in a line to the bottom from there,
Yep.
and then take a small either side of your last one.
Oh, very nice. That's the adventurer here in Australia, but I'll take it. I like it. Numbers 4, 1, 7, 2, 4, and the large number is 100. And the target to reach is 131.
Thank you, Lily. 30 seconds. So, David, the inverted T, how close did you get?
As a bonus, I actually got 131.
131,
Yeah.
right on target with that 1 big and 5 smalls. Simon, how close for you?
Yeah, well, it's tea time. 131.
Beautifully done. Great to hear. Okay, so you're both on 131, but you chose the inverted T, so take us through it, David.
Okay. Lily, if we multiply 7 by 4, I think you'll find that's 28.
7 by 4 is indeed 28.
If you then add 100 to that,
Plus
it's
100.
128, surprisingly.
Of course it is.
And then add 2 and 1, and you should end up at 131.
Add the 2 and the 1 gives you 131. Well done.
Nicely done. Right on that target. Simon, did you do it the same way?
Same again.
Just verify with each other if you would. Lily, any variations that you might have discovered?
Oh, there are a couple of variations, but, you know, this is perfect.
It's the way to go. It certainly produced good results for Simon and David, 10 points each. So Simon's on 26, David's on 38. We're heading for another break and another word mix for you. Rang flat. This time the clue, the answer is staring you in the face. See you soon.